Okay. Might be working fairly okay. The latency thing? When is that? Okay, good. Guess my computer can't handle the 1080p streaming at the moment, but I have a secondary computer I could just use for the restreaming. I will just have to set it up, so I won't do that now. I'll do that for stream. So what we have to do today is, first of all, need to do the daily stuff. Get our rake, scythe out, and yeah, we'll do those. Actually, we could also get the bee smoker, because I think the bees might be ready today. I'm busy bees. The music volume higher than my voice. That needs to be a bit rectified. Let's see, can I move this without it being 0? A little bit lower. But small pixels. Okay, it will have to be there then. Okay. Now I think the music should be better. You want to help with the pottery? I think I'm only making... Yes, I might make you. Okay, good. So I will be making some pottery, but first I will do the fields. Usual stuff. And on the sleep bonus, go at it. Because we need to... Fields tended. This is kind of a relaxing warm-up to the stream. And behind here you can kind of hint my new vineyard. Yesterday? Is it today? I did it. Definitely is Monday today because I'm streaming. I'm currently not streaming any other day. But yeah, I set those up yesterday. Here. So, see the next one up there? Yeah, there's one there. Then there's one behind. One. There. So I've set up 32 grape trellises there. Just so I can get some reliable grape production this year. The quiet night in Wurm. Ansgar is alone on the cart. Cherry bus. Because his friend needed to... Not Björn. Who needed to do some work. 10. So yeah, I guess this video will also be... I uploaded the previous streams to found out that I was streaming in 720p, and today I tried streaming 1080p and found out that there was a reason why I was streaming P before, And that is that my computer can't handle 1080. And running Wurm at the same time. There's kind of no point in streaming can't run Wurm. So I will have to set up a 2-computer setup where I stream from this computer to a second or laptop locally. Then that computer should be able to out. Quite sure. Something like that. Oops, sorry. Yeah, my new laptop should be able to handle stream and the game. And ink, I'm not sure what that is. I don't think I have that option. But Wurm is, I mean, Wurm is a little bit RAM, but not that heavy. The annoying thing with the laptop would be that you have to connect everything, like the mouse and the keyboard and screens. So I think it would be better if I could use my desktop game and then laptop. Potato here. I think I have a great lack of onions. Or the new laptop may have the NVENC. Okay. Maybe. I think the only options I have now is the FFmpeg and the other one I don't remember honestly. Oh yeah, the rice we have down here, down the hill. I need to put one of these curbs here. Look a bit nicer. Break. The laptop has an RTX graphics card, yeah. But I haven't installed OBS on it. I haven't checked any options. I like these nightly noises have. I guess it's mostly by the water. Oh, and since last time I managed to make a Path of Love tile here. And this is in my perimeter, so anyone can come here to meditate. There is a Path of Love tile over here somewhere. Here. There. Maybe here. On that side anyway. But it they had on their deed, so I couldn't put my meditation rug. They had a meditation rug there that you could use, but then they removed it, so I don't know if they put it there by accident. They took it away because they had to mend it. But it's no longer there, so I couldn't meditate when I needed to. That's why I had to make my own. I haven't found any other Path of Love tiles to buy, so I had to go to Cadence, the Bonbons. It takes a little time to go to Cadence. I mean, we are here, so you have to go around here and then out. It's not a very long way. I only had the rowing boat at that time. And then you have to go some way on pins. Harvest this garlic, very useful. Garlic is really useful. Onion is quite useful as well in cooking. One of these is not quite as good. Recipe for garlic bread. I assume there should be. I mean, I found olive bread. I don't know if I've tried garlic bread. I tried combining. I did try something for garlic bread. Didn't find it yet. I would think that it would exist. Maybe the person who made recipes doesn't like garlic. But I will keep trying though. Because I would think that it would be there. Put my phone on being quiet. Oh hey, Osbeck. Welcome to the stream. It's going pretty well. How are you doing? Is it what's your current worm project? It's ripe. Oh, it's halfway, and these are also almost ripe. And here we have the beehive. Still active though. So we have to check how much is in it. But I think it should become like a busy, noisy beehive once you get 1 kilo of honey in it. So then I put another one here. In case it becomes noisy. Then they should be able to move over there. What did I... Oh yeah, onion, because I want to put sugar beet here. Sugar. That's one. I shouldn't harvest that. Oh, I shouldn't sow. There again. We're building a house and a workshop. Half done, carpentry to 30. Nice. Very nice. Then you can build pretty big houses now. And several floors too. You're building a house and a workshop. Or is it house and workshop in one? Have a drink. So these are not ripe. Everything, these are ripe actually. Teapot. Let's harvest them. Else needs to wait. But I will light up the bee smoke. Both 2-story houses and 2 different builds close to each other. Okay, nice. I've got the main house here that I'm considering now to make 2 floors. Why is it still making noises? Yeah, and then I made this storehouse here. It's very good to have a separate storehouse because there comes a point you need to store a lot of things. So now we have the bee smoker smoking. Then we can open the beehive without getting stung. So let's see. So I put some sugar in here so they can eat the sugar instead of the honey. But it has got more than 1 kilo now. Honey. So I would think that this would become noisy at this point. Time. Maybe it will become noisy. We can check on it again later. Maybe it will become noisy during the stream. Oh, lag there. But things are getting to a pretty okay quality now. I'm getting farming up less than half skill point every day, but that's still steady progress. A little bit today, you'll be there. Maybe not tomorrow, but at some point in the future. I've got 0 carbs though, but, or 3%. But that doesn't really matter much, because it's only for how often you have to drink. Well, I've got water. That's not really a problem. I think the best one of these might be the fat one, because if you have high fats, then your sleep bonus lasts. And it's not good, I mean, fair amount longer. Not like 50, but it's still good. We can turn off this. You're 20 farming, taking a while because you're the helper and there's a master farmer that's picking and planting. Just 10 till the skill is higher. Oh, I see. I mean, the planting shouldn't matter because you can just plant any, like the low quality stuff. But I think you do get absolutely the most skill from the tending. So I'll just put everything. I think, what's the barley? Oh, that's okay. The other stuff, I don't have that high. Okay. So let's put that back. Scythe. Way, and the rake as well. Repair that one. Oh, and I have some papyrus sheets here. Didn't need. So if we put these away, I was making papyrus sheets here for a reason. Put ones in the crate. I'll put the rest. And I was making them for a reason, not because I needed to like write a book or something. Although I will need some paper for writing later, but I have plenty. No, the reason that I'm making paper because I need to get my I need to get my oh, is it nature? Papyrus making skill to 21. And the reason I need to make it to 21 is because I need to make wax sealing kits, and they are made using papyrus making skill, and you need 21 to do it. And you need a square piece of cloth, beeswax, label, which you cut from paper. I have some labels here already, and a string of cloth. And if you wonder, maybe you're wondering, why would I make the wax sealing kit? What does it do? Well, I'll tell you what it does. You have maybe a lot of pottery jars or amphoras or pottery flasks there as well. Yeah, I think I have one for my ink here, pottery flask. And right now I'm putting here like milk, orange juice, honey, bison milk, sheep milk, olive oil, and even in these pottery bowls here I put stock, applesauce, gravy, starter, lots of different things that I might need in cooking. And I got some undistilled orange brandy here that Knapp hasn't picked up yet. But if you put them just like this in the oven, then they will take damage time, like the applesauce on here, and the gravy as well. and apple juice. Everything will take damage. So if you have a wax sealing kit, you can seal one of these. You need one for each. It needs a lot of beeswax. But you seal it and then it won't take any decay damage. And then when you unseal it... Oh, the stock crumbled to dust just now. Well, that's a display of what happens when you don't have a wax sealing kit. And stock is valuable because it uses onions. Don't have that many onions. So, if you remove the wax sealing kit, you have to remove it to use the fluid inside. Then it doesn't get destroyed like pegs do. If you have barrels, like small barrels, you can seal them with a peg and then remove the peg and you use them, but the peg is destroyed, so you have to use it, make a new peg time. But the wax sealing kit only takes like 5 damage. You can open the jar 20 times on average before it gets destroyed. So that is the point. And that is my goal, current cooking goal, apart from actually cooking. And what I find fun to do in cooking is mostly to experiment and try to find different... Oh, there's some stock left there actually. Find different new recipes. And as you can maybe see here in my larder, we have some different foods here that I don't know if I will ever eat all of it. But yeah, there are so many recipes, hundreds of recipes. Yeah, I think it's fairly unknown, the wax sealing kit, especially since you need 21 papyrus making. Not that easy. As far as I know, there are no things you can improve to get papyrus making. You just have to keep making paper. And then we have some good food here, and I found a burger recipe. Actually, I found 2. I found a bear shark burger as well. But that's a bit more complicated. But these simple burgers, this is probably what I'm going to be leveling on now, from now on. Because they're pretty simple. Just need minced meat and 2 slices of bread. And that's pretty fitting because you see here in the other, I have a bit of bread here, 83 breads. Well, that stock also crumbled to dust now. Didn't have any damage, but I guess it caught up when I opened it. So yeah, you get 6 slices for each bread. So I can make hundreds of hamburgers with this bread. Of course I need hundreds of meat as well. I haven't found any burger without meat. Would have been nice to have like even a fish burger would be helpful. But the best would be, I think, like a mushroom burger. I think maybe a nut burger. I have a lot of walnuts. Maybe like a raspberry burger. Yeah, you would think there might be a fish burger, but I haven't been able to make it yet. And I've got some, I have some fillets. Yeah, I have some fillets now. I was finally able to catch a big fish. And that was actually part of needing to catch a big fish, was journal. So I guess you might know of the journal, but it's very useful because especially the first steps, really simple to complete. Just have to do all these tasks, like chop down some trees, flatten a tile, create a mallet. You do most of these things anyway. Most people do these things. The only big thing would really be to build a house, maybe improve a metal tool. Well, I think most people could do that pretty fairly easy. 15 quality. And then you have to kill a creature, which could be difficult on harmony at least. Be a melody as well. And find a root, which you have to go to a waystone. Be active or connected with. But if you do these things, you get a reward. So for first steps, you get a title called Apprentice. You get 1 hour of sleep bonus. And sleep bonus is so useful. It doubles your skill gain. Makes such a difference. And 1 hour is actually quite good for doing those things. At least if you're doing most of them. And then you unlock more and more the further you get. And the reason why, second reason why I big fish, because there was here, catch a large fish. Yeah, and the other difficult one was get to focus level 3. I guess I can't really show this stream unless there is a monster attacking something. But you have to be fighting to see this. The fighting window, there is below the directions, there is a button for focusing. If you succeed focusing 3 times, gets focus level 3 and then get much better at fighting. So yeah, and then you get, here you can get 1 hour from this one, 2 hours from this, and 2 hours, and this one you get 3 hours, and then it increases. But the last ones are really difficult. So, what I was thinking of doing today, apart from procrastinating and of course doing the farming, is to, oh yeah, actually another detour I can show you. I made a sailboat, but I think that if you watched upstream last Friday, then you would have seen when I finished it. We put it into the sea and we made a little trip around the island that you come on the other side. But this is my new sailboat. I haven't used it much, but it's there for when I need it. I don't have 2 anchors, so I had to pull the sea baby up on the shore. But what I think we should be doing today is I need to make these amphoras. They don't need to be good quality really. I'll just make them like 10 quality. But I'm going to need some clay. I only have 2 clay in here. That's not really enough, so we'll have to go and dig some. I think we can still use this with only 1 wood. That might be a bit slow. It's not like I have a long way to go to the clay patch. We'll probably do it without the car. Because each one kilos, I think. So, and I'm thinking I would start with the 12. 12 amphoras would probably do. I mean, it's going to take me some time to get all the beeswax. So let's see, grab my shovel and I think on Catsper stream on Saturday, he said that she thought that the nights were longer now than they used to be, and like around the Steam launch. And I haven't really noticed it, but maybe they are longer. I think this should be like 1.5 hours, if I remember correctly. But I was thinking that maybe the developers had implemented the night to be longer around winter, like in real life, the northern hemisphere. That around winter the night is longer, the closer to the not the equinox, but the other one. Close to midwinter. And then in the summer the night gets shorter and it's the shortest around midsummer. Would be pretty cool if they had implemented that, but it doesn't really feel like spring now. But it feels like you can't really tell that much difference between early spring, very close to winter, and late spring, which is very close to summer. You don't really feel the cold. It doesn't affect you in Wurm. Otherwise, that might have been something that would have made a difference. We should keep an eye on how much clay we're digging as well. Don't need to dig too much. So for 12, that would be 36. Oh no, wait. 12, 60, 72 then. Is 6 weeks. I don't think the quality matters that much. Could use even these ones. Find them, since we don't need the amphorae to be very good qualities. I will have them on my deed. In my kitchen pretty much. It's fine. I mean, we are getting some really good quality here as well. So combined it's still above 10. Might not even need to improve them. And Knapp was talking about having a kiln. Maybe that would be good to have a kiln here. The clay patch. I don't know if I'm removing this clay patch in the future. I think I will want to keep it. It's okay in this. And I might remove this, because in this part here I'm thinking of making a lighthouse, which is a project in itself. Sure. Because it will be a 2x2 and then tower, one of the tiles. And the tower will be like 4 or 5 floors high. And then on top of that will be a marble brazier pillar. Yeah, I need a brazier, exactly. Thinking of, and looking at both of the braziers, I thought that maybe the small brazier would be easier, but then I saw that you needed 30 jewelry smithing for both of them anyway. According to the wiki. So I have to level up the jewelry smithing, 30. And then I have marble here in my deed. I could just as well make the marble brazier pillar. I think it will be visible further. Or at least more visible. You would like to level up jewelry smithing, you mean? But you can't yet, yeah, because you're not premium yet. Gotta get on that soon. But yeah, jewelry smithing, I don't know how useful it is though. I mean, you can make rings, you can make these braziers. Being held back by not having money. No, not paying money, yeah, exactly. But you haven't done any jewelry. Oh, maybe you have done a bit of jewelry smithing because I think you made a pendulum. That's jewelry. So that's pretty good. But you can make rings, necklaces, and or maybe have necklace on your neck, sure, and have rings here. But we can't really do much with them yet because, or maybe they are priests that can. But I think you can get a rune later on or something that gives you a light source on a ring. You can just have a constant light without having a lantern. Candelabras, yeah, that's right. Candelabras, they are actually. And statuettes. Statuettes are mildly useful, I'd say. Mostly useful for priests. Oh, hello, Red Viper. Welcome to the stream. And reels. Reels are also jewelry smithing, that's true. So, let's see. Can we pick up all this? Can I get? So, can I now make all clay amphoras 15%? Okay, wow. Can't even make the large ones. I do not have a lot of pottery. Because that has not been my main focus. That's not been my focus at all. Really. And where is pottery even? Pottery, oh here. 23.65. Wonder what you need for the large one though. I don't need large one because the large twice the size of the small. Small is already over 100 meters. More than you, yeah, but still, I mean, again, that might be because of the not having premium. Or I don't know if you're up to 20. But that would be nice. If you did level pottery, I could definitely trade something. Because I will need more. Not that I need some really good quality stuff. But like roasting dish, could do with a new one of those, probably. Pie dish. Do with some new jars, but I could probably make them. I don't have. You don't have 20. 34 pottery skill for the large one. Hey. 34. Well, I'm not that far up then, I guess. But I don't really need to make. I would think that these would be more for if you want to sell things, or if you want to store lots of oil. You can still use the barrels storing oil. I mean, I guess I could. The small barrels might have been enough. It might actually be enough for me. The annoying thing with the barrels for cooking is that you will have to have a lot of pegs. Because if you want to open it, the peg is destroyed. And then you have to make a new peg, or have a lot of pegs around, and you have to close it with a new peg every time. And I also think that the amphoras are more decorative, for having lots of rack. I think it makes more sense to have stock and gravy and an amphora rather than a barrel. So I think, I mean, it's sure it would work. Have we made a single one yet? So I guess we're going to need more clay then. 15% is not a very high chance. Pottery is soft stone, so it's okay for you to do, Knap. And have as a secondary craft. Okay, that's good. I'd be happy to not have to do too much of the smithing and pottery. So I could concentrate more on the farming and the cooking. And the forestry and the gardening. I got my gardening almost to 30 now because I made 32 grape trellises for my vineyard. So I was thinking maybe I should just get it to 30. The only real reason though to get it to 30 is that you can see grass. This one tile, 2 tiles. You can see this from one tile further away. There's been cut short, or what flowers are. I need to have the sickle. I need to be closer. But if you get to 30, every 15 levels you get another tile further away. Oh, we made one. Quality 1. Okay. Maybe we have to do some improving then. I don't know if it actually matters what quality they are, if I'm going to just store things on deed. But I think I want to have them then. Might want to skew them someday, somewhere. I don't know. Okay, you're going to eat. Bon appetit. I don't know if making 12 of these was vicious. I should be succeeding with every like 8, 7, maybe 7 maybe. I need to do about 84 actually. Maybe. Oh, there's another one. It's 1.82. Quite good. So, this is the reason for these, that I'm making these clay amphoras, is because I want to store oil, cooking oil and stock and gravy and other cooking ingredients that go bad. They're just stored in a small jar or pottery bowl. And then I want to seal them. These are bigger than jars as well. Jars can only hold 2 liters. These can hold 100. So then I can seal these. If I make wax sealing kits, I can show this again here. I have the wax sealing kit. That you need cloth, beeswax, labels made from paper, and string of cloth. And these wax sealing kits, you seal amphoras. Oh, we got another one. And flasks and jars. Maybe some other things as well. One is 112. Okay, the large is 275. Yeah, I looked at the large one. Well, but I thought there's no way I would need 275 liters of stock. So I think I can do just fine with the small ones. But if you make these wax sealing kits, you can seal the amphoras so they don't take, the fluids don't take any damage. And when the good thing about the sealing kits is that if you open them, remove the wax sealing kit, then you get the wax sealing kit back with just some damage on it. And then you can seal it again. You can reuse it several times. Maybe up to 20. I think that would be really useful. Because sometimes you need stock for fish. And then you don't need stock again for like, I don't know, sometimes a week. Maybe you're not cooking a lot that week. And then the stock just crumbles. And I don't like that. I don't like wasting resources, especially if I don't have that many vegetables. I have 2 fields of onions, for instance. I need onions for stock. And I get maybe like 5, probably 5 onions to harvest now. Sometimes 4, sometimes 6. I think on average 5. And I want to be able to use onions, for instance pizzas and other dishes. A lot of things ask for onions. So being able to save what you make, very useful. I mean also in general, because you don't waste the ingredients you collect. Maybe something with fruit juice. You've only found a few of that fruit. They only found like 50 lemons here. Might want to use your usage of the onions, the lemons. Got a tiny bit of food. Is that enough? Oh, here he comes. So you have reserves, good. So what was I think? Oh yeah, I did actually get forestry up as well. The good thing about getting forestry of above 26, gardening as well, above 26, and also foraging and botanizing, I want to get those above. The good thing about getting these nature skills above 26 is that you get two times as much, or twice as much. Another one. From each harvest. So if you harvest, when you start out you harvest like 1 walnut from each walnut tree, but then you get 26. You double your harvest. That is a big change. Not that we have any problem getting walnuts, because, well, I think you see only the other tree here. I think these are maple trees, but there we have a big walnut forest of it. Okay, we're halfway there now. For the number, at least. And these last ones are actually success. I would say this might be like 20% of my skill. I think is the cap. That 1/5 of this seems reasonable. So this is the highest quality I can make. Highest quality clay I can start with, and then I have to improve them. I guess I could use some sleep bonus, because we had the holy crop ritual very recently on Harmony. So I got 5 hours sleep bonus from that, and just before that, I mean, it was like, was it like 20 minutes after the holy crop was finished? I was out trying to complete my gathering stride journal, and I managed to get to Fox level 3 and completed it. So I got 2 hours of sleep bonus that I had to kind of had to use up before I prayed next time, because you can only have max 5 hours. Did we get another one? Oh yeah, 7. Nice. So we're kind of getting there. Oh, we ran out of clay, so you lose some clay each time you fail. So we ran out, so we need to dig some more. I'm guessing about more than 36 at least. I'm guessing about 40, 50 maybe? 50? 54. But we have some already. Maybe 4. So then the question comes, do we make a kiln over here? Or do we just put them in the oven? How many will fit in an oven? I don't know the volume here. I think one thing they should add here, they have like this feature that if you hover over something you can see quality level, damage and weight, and also material. If you press the Alt, it doesn't really change, it just says the full name, quality, damage and weight, instead of an abbreviation. They could put in volume here as well. 7 small will fit in that scale. Okay, and oven should not be bigger. I would think it would not be bigger. I don't know. Does anyone know how many wall clay amphoras fit in an oven? I do have a lot of stuff in my oven already, so I'd have to move that out. And kiln is not that difficult to make, is it? What did I do now? Why did it do that? Yeah, I was trying to type here, but let's see if it happens again. No? It's a key binding, yeah, but I didn't think I had... I don't have function key on. I don't know why. Maybe it interprets one of these keys as well, or maybe I have some duplicate. We need 20 clay, 20 stone bricks, and 2 dirt. That's not a lot. We'll probably do that. But first we will make these for us. We have to improve them as well. I guess I will need some extra clay, but we've got plenty of clay here. I mean, this is 13 tiles, 13 slope up here where I'm standing. I would like to have this down a bit because it's a bit of a hill. 13 is not bad because you don't get slowed down. It would look nicer with that. Okay, so to make 5 more, I should need 30. But since the likelihood of actually making it 15%, I can't calculate this in my head how much clay I would need on average, including the fails. I think you would lose 10%, 20%. I guess we can check. Make the next. Considering this one is at 5.4, kind of instinctually makes me think it would be 0.6, 10%. You lose each time. You would fail 6 out of 7 times, average. You would lose 3.6, 320 makes, so we need, say 10. Say you need 10 clay for each. So if we get 50 clay, well, now we're already at 40. Let's get 48 then. That should be enough. We'll need to get 20 more though. If yeah. Okay, here we go. Slightly higher quality now as well, but still 15%. I have noticed that this percentage doesn't update well. Like if you get higher skill, but you would dig in 20 clay and you would dig up 20 more. Da 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 da. Guess so. I'm not sure. Oh, 500 miles. I was kind of thinking that. But I didn't get the da 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 part. These are lining up fairly nicely. I like it when they are in order of quality. I don't like when they are disorganized. That's a feature I would really like. Probably not something that anyone else really cares about. Would be to, like up here. Well, you can click on name, or you can click on quality here to sort them. And also in oh wait, I guess you can expand everything here. That for everything. I would like to have these options, expand and collapse. Well, it doesn't matter here on this one. It was nested. But I would also like to have that you could sort by quality on only one stack. Because if I sort this by quality, then they often get they get moved around, like these groups that I wanted to top all the time. They usually get moved down. So I have to avoid using this if I'm not clearing out my inventory after that. Da 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 da, because singing. Okay. Well, that does kind of make sense. I sometimes da 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 da. Well. Nice timing on music there. Maybe it was only me who noticed it. Okay, so 4 amphoras left. And we will... I have to make the 20 bricks. That should be easy. I have the dirt. I would say that we don't really need to improve it that much. I could improve it, I guess. Firing. The reason why I was thinking of having it here by the clay patch is because the kiln doesn't have a chimney, or maybe it doesn't have a long chimney. I don't really want to have it in the house. I could have it in the cellar, but I don't want the cellar to get smoky either. So then I would have to kind of maybe make something, put something inside it or around it, make it look like chimney, maybe ceiling higher or something. I think we made another one. Oh, we made 2. We only have 2 left now. My hand is only 50 quality, by the way. That's because I have 2 hands each quality, so together they make 100. That doesn't make. So, what is everyone up to today? In Wurm, especially? Have you been working on any big projects? If you're lending someone a hand, you're only giving 50%. Yeah, apparently. You're making a barrel rack. Right, you were making... Is it a normal barrel rack? You were making small barrels and wine barrels. But maybe you just made 1 wine barrel. You don't need a rack for that one. You made several small barrels. We're kind of on track here with the clay. I think we're a bit ahead. I didn't check it. We should note how that I think we should have used is actually going back. Let's see what this. Yeah, it's 10%. And small barrel rack for now. Wine barrel racks. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I mean, the interesting thing is that you can fit 30 barrels in one rack, even though you can only see 5 of them. So is it like one of those Russian dolls? But the barrels are inside each other? Or the on the planter racks as well? Yeah, and actually the amphora racks too. You can fit more than the 5 because maybe that's a different dimension, right? Racks. Rack dimension. Yes, another game with time lord technology. It's practical to have time lord technology. Would be a lot. Would think I would mind that much, but have 5 rack. I'm sure there would be people who would mind, because if you have to, you need loads of, need hundreds of barrels. That would be a lot of barrel racks. It would probably not look good. I think it's a good compromise. Go 11, just one more. We're still ahead this calculation, and it was actually, I did add some margin. Have a bit. So I guess that contributes. It did become day. I think, oh, we made another one. Okay, we don't have to make. So now we start the moving. And my switch. Go get my. I haven't set up a. I have 2 belts for. One is for wood, carpentry, and this is for metal. This one is for stone. This is for. I don't know. This one is for cooking. Not sure if this one is anything. So I could set up one of these. But I can just put down. Get my tools. We set another one up for the clay. Not that I use it a lot. Useful, and I have some free space. Oh, it's not here. Put it in the. In my storehouse. Yeah. Spatula and clay shaper. So we'll put clay shaper here, spatula. Put the clay in here. Then we'll save this. I hope I didn't have anything. I don't know what that would be. We might need water too though. Let's start improving these. Then I have these mapped to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if that. Yeah. can start improving. My hotkeys for improving and pairing. So since these were 15 quality to make, I think they're also more difficult to improve. I'm not sure. I'm only getting these up to 10. I don't really know if there is higher. If I need good quality clay amphoras in the future, I'll just maybe Knapken. I think this should last me for probably 1 worm year, or maybe. Oh, it does go pretty quickly though, even though I don't have much pottery still. I did, by the way, I did get my first 50 skill carpentry. Because you do a lot of things with carpentry. If you're a solo player, you have to do a lot of things with carpentry. Unless you have a lot of money, I guess. I've been doing a lot of fine carpentry. And of course the shipbuilding, because I've been building boats. And then of course the normal carpentry. But an interesting thing I saw in the wiki about titles. As you can see here, my titles is now it's experienced one title and carpenter is the other, so it becomes experienced carpenter. Isn't quite true. But what I saw in the wiki was that if you use a title from a skill, then you get a buff on your improving in that skill. So if I have the carpenter title, it should give me a buff on improving carpentry. I think that's how it works. But of course, you know that the wiki is not always accurate. Might be completely incorrect. I'm just doing improve, repair, improve on this one because these two changed. I'll do 3 and then 3, 3. Makes it easy. This one is 10 now, so we'll move to 1, which should, if we don't fail this, be 1 actually. Go. Set up for the next one. Standing inside my copter. Like that would be a bit. So the other project, apart from leveling my papyrus making to 21, so I can make wax seal kits. The other project I have ongoing. Is that I want to make waystone. What are they called? Waystones, and then a lot of cat's eyes to put on the road, because we have made a highway up here, kind of in the middle of the island. Not quite in the middle of the island, but on this side here. Our side. That there. And it goes quite far down here. Then it stops around here because my neighbor my neighbors who live over here, see some fences here, boat, cart. They've not been online for some time, sadly. But we haven't continued the road because we would go fairly close to them, where it's going right now, and we want to ask them first if that would be okay. Or if they want us to make it really close to the mountain. Which means we would have to dig and dig a lot more. Surface mining. But they haven't been online, so we haven't been able to ask them. But I made a smaller road that goes down to my deed from the highway. And so I just wanted to make a what's it called again? Waystone. Waystone. Where it connects. And then a waystone down here, and then that size in between. So there will be a route, spout, one of those that goes down here. In case anyone ever needs to find me, because it's not that easy to see from the road, I think. Maybe if I make the house taller. Also maybe if I have the oven on. They made a big house. Yeah, they did make a big house. Not that big. But fairly big for when they started. They were both new players. Because I remember when I was running here from Harmony Bay. So we are out here. Harmony Bay is down here. I was just running east. I was thinking maybe there's room for a deed, like if I go up here, maybe there's room along the coast here. But everything was deeded along here. But when I ran through forest here, there were two other new players who were shouting to each other. They were talking to each other, but were a bit distance apart. And then they decided to team up, and they were also running in the same direction, I noticed. But they were a bit behind me. So I ran up here, and I didn't see them anymore. I crossed over, went up here, and put my deed up here. But then I noticed they were in my local again, and then they made a deed very close to here, but up a bit, not exactly by the water. Can I put my hand here? I can, okay. Useful. So yeah, they were new players and they started there, but I think they might have taken on because they made a rowboat, they made a sailboat, then they started on a corbita. The corbita is almost, well, it's very unfinished. That's maybe a few deck boards, few planks of some kind. And then they haven't been online for weeks. They were not very talkative. They were online. Seemed nice. I'm kind of just hoping that they will come back. Also, they have a lot of animals found somewhere. They have a lot of buffalo that people have been asking me if my neighbors want to trade buffaloes. Find any. Neither can I. But I've just had to tell them that I haven't seen them. Nothing we can do. Those animals. But there was a mayor online the other day, was there? Who did you see online? Is it undosed or orphaned? Because those are the ones who live there in orphaned. When we took the first voyage, in boat. Orphaned? Orphaned. Undosed then. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I haven't seen them. Oh. I remember we saw Leaf Life down here, but Leaf Life is another neighbor. Lives up on the hill. East. Okay, so it was maybe Leaf Life that. I think you can even see his house, and maybe from the pen. Some water. Well, let's see if we might not get one. If we get lucky. Plus I have to go and get some water. But we have gone through 7 already. Be number 8. I don't know if anyone caught the... Oh, sorry. Lifting up my keyboard. I don't know if anyone saw the Factional Fight Brothers stream yesterday. I know you did, Knap. But if anyone else saw it, but they were discussing... There's the one. They were discussing how reward exploring, among other things. Because if you take time to explore, people were thinking, they were feeling like they were missing things. They were not getting skill because they're not at their deeds, going out, doing things. They were exploring the world, and they felt like there was no real reward for doing that. And there isn't really a great reward. The only rewards, well, now we need clay as well. The only rewards that I know I could see for exploring be that you of course you explore when you find sources, or you're trying to find your deed. When you have that, what do you get from exploring other than finding locations, finding great views and such? By the way, let's see how many cores we can fit in here. 0. think it's pretty full. So, what I was thinking is that it's not a big board maybe, but there are achievements. If you didn't know that there were achievements, I'm not surprised, because they are quite hidden away. And to remember that previously you would get a pop-up or a message or something when you got an achievement, but now it's like you only get the sound, only get the weird little sound, get an achievement. That's not very helpful because you don't know that there are achievements. Okay. And how would you know what that is? So to see your achievements, you go into the main menu and tools, place, and the more. Yeah. Then you can find achievements window. I think you can also open it with the chat. But here, you would like the achievements to be integrated with Steam Knapp. Yeah. I mean, that is probably some work, but I would love that as well. They seem to be structured in a way that it would be possible. Not be possible to do it. But there are a fair number of achievements, so I guess it would take some time also to make graphics. But for the Steam version, that would definitely make sense. And that would, I think, entice people to actually try to get. I know that I love trying to get all the achievements for some games, not too annoying. And there, as you can see, there are a lot of achievements in Wurm. But you have to open this window to see them. And you don't really get anything from getting the achievements. Except for a line here or a number here. Rarity. So what I was thinking was that you should make these more visible. Integrating them into Steam is definitely one way to make it more visible for the Steam. Also in-game, I would love if it... So you would have a window that you could access much more easily than this. First off, like, why do you need this stealth button here? So important? I don't think so. I don't know if anyone ever uses stealth, maybe on PvP in rare cases. But you could make this bigger, or you could get it somehow. So that you could see your achievements easily. Back to 8. Water is good. So if you save, you can see your achievements with a nice icon and a description that are presented in this. You could maybe see that you are getting close to this, or why not try this achievement next? Some achievements might be hidden and some might be visible even though you haven't achieved them yet. Sort of like a teaser. And then maybe what you could maybe get all reward for the achievements, especially like the rarer achievements. Maybe you could get a title. And the smaller achievements, maybe you could get, I don't know what you get random, like what do we have here? Layer of procrastination. Okay, for that you get slight amount of skill gain on getting an or small amount of sleep bonus, or a resource like you get a carrot, a gem, something interesting. Maybe something totally different. Not something that is very strong, but not something that is totally irrelevant either. Now we have 20 clay here. Just get a bit more so we can improve these. Yeah. I don't think we should need. You know, should be good with 20. But yeah, I love actually exploring Wurm as well. But I haven't done it that. See? Because I've been too busy. Mostly it. That's mostly the reason why I haven't done it. Water for this. And also because I like exploring from the water, starting the water, and we land somewhere that looks interesting there. But it's fine using a rowboat, especially if there's no wind. Not as fast as sailboat anyway. It's nicer if you have a slightly faster boat. Get to places that you want to go. And I think I would especially like to go cadence because more of a wild land. Different thing exploring other people's deep, seeing what they have built, and exploring the wilderness. Both are funny in their own way, but different. I wonder if I'm getting some pottery skill from this. Well, yeah, almost half skill point. And this isn't much. I make 12 of these, only improving them up to 10. Not that much. Not using sleep bonus. Check. Okay. You don't want to prepare twice in a row. No real use for that. Doesn't get less damage already. Was my main goal. Get my cooking up. I want these if it is as a test, get some prove things, the quality on. Let me actually check title. No, it redirects. Okay. Okay, so here it says the title has effect on it. For example, improving armor. This title has so that's somewhere. Say in this that you say that you get it. But I think it's improved. Okay. Anyway, that so I have experienced carpenter. Maybe I should change that. I need to. Only the first one that does anything. Have carpenter experienced. I don't know if this experience title does anything. But then you have to have that title to have any effect. Changed. Like this. Right. Goes up very quickly. Too bad. What's that? One more. But you must be done with your barrel rack. I assume you moved. I thought so. You don't know exactly what to prioritize. Several options. A bit. I would think it goes fairly quickly now. I don't have a model. Drop them again. They amphorae do. They're in the. So I'm thinking, yeah. Go and get some stones. To hit the other bull on the happy one. Thank you, Knap, but I think I just in 20. The only thing I can do now. Then I can make a kiln, run these. Guess I need to make an tracks are actually fairly great. Ew. And more. Gosh, what are they doing in here? It's probably for making a statue. Have you dirt? That is spread out today at least. Bit of a gathering. Lower your on off. Noise gate threshold. Am I? See that on? Oh. Oh no, that's not good. Filters. Gate. Set it to 42. Open on -40. I don't know. Maybe that's better. I probably need to move my microphone, maybe. My microphone mount. Okay. Is it better now? Seems to be better. Okay, good. Oops. Well, thanks for telling me. I did not notice at all. I mean, I guess I can see on the mic level. I do kind of talk pretty quietly sometimes, and especially now because I feel a bit dry in my mouth. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. I just feel like I'm talking too much. I'm not used to talking this much. Okay, what was I getting in here? The other bull, right. Not this bull. The aged one, Björn. Yeah, this is Björn. Come on, Björn. I'm looking at the mic meter all the time. So now I don't really... I think that's fairly... can be fairly annoying. when the streamer's mic is cutting out like that. What was I doing? Let's put these tools. Actually, they're not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be in the tool shed. Oh, it hasn't happened. Okay. Thank you, that's good. I guess I am trying to speak a little louder as well. But I'm thinking I might need to get a better mic as well at some point. Or maybe do something about the room, because I have this house is old and has a lot of what I think are fairly big rooms, no really small rooms. And it's kind of echoey. We have one stone shard, okay. Do we have any stone bricks? No, okay, so let's mine some stone bricks then, or some stone shards. Bit narrow for the large cart here, but yeah, we can mine some here. This wall. I only need 20 anyway. Oh, Boogar is logged in. This fountain is pretty nice. They made these windows a bit smaller, but now I think this, if it's more than if it is 1000 or more in weight, the one gets cut off a little bit there. But the fountain holds a lot of water, so the good thing about it is that I can take the cart, large cart down here. I load my barrel, large barrel on the cart. I take it down here and I can fill the large barrel completely with water, and then I can load it onto the large cart again and take it upstairs. So I always have 250 kilos of water upstairs. Since I don't have a well next to my oven, like Knapp has next to his forge. Yeah, barrels can hold water. I have a large barrel. I have a large barrel next to my oven, so that's where I have my water. But before I used to just boil water in a cauldron. So I would get salt, which was good of course, but I would only get like, what was it, 40 something liters of water every time. So it would run out fairly quickly in the barrel. And I couldn't really carry a full barrel full of water. So yeah. So this is very good. Now I can fill it completely, and the cart can take it with 250 liters. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could fill the barrels with salt water and boil at home, but I don't think you can put the barrel in the forge. You have, or the oven. You have to, of course, then fill the cauldron, boil the water, empty the cauldron, fill it again with salt water, and so on. But of course, that would still be faster. Yeah, one cauldron at a time. It's a pretty good way to get salt anyway. At least until you can mill rock salt. I'm trying to get to that point as well, since I have an affinity in milling. I think it's 21 you need to be able to mill rock salt. So when I get there I can just mine rock salt in the communal mine. And then I can mill it to get salt. And get some mining skill at the same time. That's my premium affinity, yes, indeed. Milling is my premium affinity. Not the best, but I mean, it helps me somewhat, since I'm mostly focused on cooking. I need to mill my cereals, and I need to mill my spices. And salt then, of course. Bread and stuff in the future, yeah. I don't know if you saw when I showed my bread that I have in my larder. But I have one shelf in my larder is almost full of bread. 80 something bread I have in there. Because I wanted to use my low quality cereal before I put in my better quality cereal in my food storage bin. And I wanted to get some cooking experience as well. So what I'm planning now to do is make hamburgers to get my skill up in hot food cooking. And that's fairly easy. You need 1 meat and you need 2 slices of bread. Hopefully I can find a burger that doesn't use meat, but I don't know what exists. Because that would be easier. But then I can at least use my bread for that. Very useful. Yeah, there are no beans, but it has been requested several times. Mushroom burgers, that would be nice. I don't think you can do that much with mushrooms, unfortunately. Which is strange, because you can pick mushrooms, you can forage for mushrooms, you can grow mushrooms, but you can't really use them for much. There definitely should be beans, yeah. Make corn? I think that is maybe a bit modern for this game. But I would think maybe tofu at least. Because you can make, I mean, you can make sushi. So tofu would kind of fit in. What do we have now? 19. Okay. But it will break soon as well. I'm getting rid of this tile. I guess we can mine it out. You can't build bioreactors with smithing? Well, you can try, I guess. I haven't seen any. Oh, I missed a question as well. Tips regarding spices to mill and mortar for food cooking. I think that all of the spices are kind of equal. There we go. Now I can make a floor here as well. It's already flat. Nice. I think the spices are mostly equal. I think there are some dishes that you need specific spice for. I think ginger. Ginger I've been using a lot more, now that I think about it. I think ginger is more useful than the other spices. If you're trying to make different recipes anyway. Well, I think some recipes might call for fresh ginger, and some, like I think the pickled ginger I made, that called for fresh ginger. And then otherwise, if you want it in food, it's usually um, it usually wants the milled or the ground ginger, because let me just get something here. Support beam and a mortar and marble brick. So, oh, that was heavy. So the good thing about grinding the spices is that you get a longer affinity, and I think you also get higher nutrition because it's a more complex form of food, and you get some extra skill as well for milling it, I guess. Maybe milling though. And this was flat, right? Oh, can't check now. I think this was flat. But yeah, it's better to do that. But it also changes what affinity you get, because if you use raw ginger, you get a certain extra score to your affinity type, and if you grind the spice, it gives plus 16 to that score. So it changes the affinity by 16 steps. I don't know if I want to reinforce this wall yet, but no, let's leave that for now. I also didn't level this ceiling here, but I'll do that another time. Let's turn around. And we'll make these stones. Bricks, rather stone bricks. That's what we need. Let's see, we need a stone chisel. And we need the stone shards from here. And I don't know what it improves as or with. Let's see. If we check kiln. Kiln improves using masonry tools and materials, which I guess should be stone shards then. So we could maybe save the highest quality one. Or maybe we have a few that are very high quality. Yeah, we have a few. Oh, almost half actually. So that's fine, let's just combine these. Make stone bricks. You're trying to mill some ginger. Okay. It will probably, not always, but it will probably sometimes at least give you a different recipe on the lore. I don't know if it would reset, if it already is set on one recipe and then that asks for ginger in any form. It would reset if you put in a ground ginger. I would guess no. But I don't know for sure. Or you could try the lore on. I'm guessing you're using a pottery bowl or a saucepan or a frying pan. I don't know if you could hear that bird. There was a very loud bird there outside my window. Mostly using the bowl, pottery bowl, okay. Yeah. I haven't been using pottery bowl that much. I don't think there are that many recipes that use pottery bowl. Apart from like making batter and like doughs, different things for pies and cakes. Use pottery bowl a lot. And of course also for like casseroles and those early food types. But after that I think the recipes mostly ask for saucepans and frying pans. So I think it's more likely that you will find a recipe in those. Let's keep an eye now on how many cherry bus stone bricks we have. I don't necessarily need to make too many. I don't have that much use for stone bricks, although if I was going to make a second floor to my house, might need some. Right now we need 6. We can make these. That'll probably be 7 though. But then we're ready and set to go and make the kiln. Unfortunately I can't show the wax papers or the wax sealing kits. I can't show now because I don't have 21 papyrus making yet. I've been trying to level it up, but it's fairly slow since you can only make paper from... We can only level it by making paper. That's what I meant to say. But we have 54% on trying to make cat's eyes then, if I'm going to try to do that. Waystone though, we can't even make. I wonder what level waystone is. And I wonder if waystone is paving. Because if it is, then we could maybe make some cat's eyes and improve them to get higher paving skill, because my paving skill is not great. Okay, so we have enough stone bricks here. I'll put the rest of the stuff. I will keep some stone shards though. We have some stone shards here. You can take this one too. I'll put this one stone brick in here. And then we'll just go and get 2 dirt. And we'll make the kiln. I should look behind me when I'm backing up. This looks a bit dangerous. There we go. We should have some dirt in the storehouse here. And I guess I'll let the clay down by the clay pit. That should be no problem. Let's just get 2 clay from in here. No, sorry, dirt. 2 piles of dirt coming up. There we go. Potato, lingonberries and ground ginger does not make a known recipe in pottery bowl, saucepan or frying pan. Now I think the problem there is lingonberries. Because I noticed that berries don't often make a recipe. So if you take out the lingonberries, then it should probably give you some other option. Sometimes the vegetables also have to be... Oh, here, I put them here. Vegetables have to be chopped for it to give it the option. I need 2 stone bricks to start. Well, we can take some fairly high quality anyway, so we don't fail too much. Let's see if we can even make it. I don't know if there's a skill required that I don't have. Oh, I can make it. Good. I can't make the smelter though. Not sure what level is required to make that. But I don't really... Actually, I have felt a little bit that I needed a smelter when I was mining a lot of ore. But I can usually make do. I just have to wait for the second batch. It's mostly when you make something big, with a lot of that uses a lot of metal, that you kind of wish that you had a smelter, so you could have a lot of ore at the same time become metal. Okay. Statistically, oh, that was failed straight away. But statistically, that should have been success. This looks good though. Nice. Can we maybe place it better here? Looks like a big wheel of cheese. Maybe something like this. Well, we can have it like that for now. And then we start by adding the dirt. It's fairly high quality, so let's start with that. It should be fairly likely to work, because we want to get the quality up of the unfinished kiln so it gets easier to attach things. Because this being one quality really makes it difficult to succeed. I think that's how it works anyway. So this being high quality makes it more likely. But if we can get this up as well, we will have an easier time of it. So what I would think would work, we can use the clay now, I guess. What I think would work with potatoes and ginger, I think it could just put it in a saucepan. That would most likely work. It might require some ingredients you don't have though. But I think you can even put, if you make a casserole the normal way, or if you make a meal the normal way, then I think you can, put ground spices in as well to make it more difficult and more complex. It asked for rice and then oil, and you're working on it. Good. I mean, you've got oil. And rice, maybe. It wants another cooker, not the saucepan. The potatoes, rice, and oil. And ginger. Now the cooker is the... No wait, I think the cooker... now I'm not sure. I thought the cooker was the saucepan or the frying pan or the pottery bowl. Maybe it means both. I see what this is. I see what this is. button combination is now. Oh yes, that makes sense. Okay, I can avoid that. And I didn't even want to open this window, I wanted to open cooking window here. So you have cooker and you have container. If I search cooker and saucepan, it's not there. But if I search oven, then it shows a lot. So cooker should be the forge then. So I guess it's asking for an oven. Yeah, you need an oven. I mean, you pretty much, if you're going to make some more complicated recipes, most of them ask for an oven. If I type forge, it's a very limited set. Like all the recipes that I have discovered ask for an oven. So I haven't tried cooking anything in the forge. So I guess that could be it too. Maybe there are some recipes you can only cook in the forge. But you were getting an oven anyway, weren't you? So we've been able to add 4 clay so far. And now the clay only gets damaged. Oh, this is very damaged though. But it only gets damaged instead of getting used up. So if we don't damage this a lot more, and it's high quality, so it should be likely that this one does get attached, then we should be fine. But sometimes I feel like it fails a lot on the first item for some reason. No dinner for you yet. Well, I guess keep trying is the only way to do it. You could make... How much is it to make an oven again? Now I should not make the same mistake here as I did before. So oven is... Okay, you need some clay though, but it's only 11 stone bricks and 11 clay to make an oven. But as you could see, I guess the only... you have a forge. Using the forge you can only make stews and meals and casseroles. As far as I can see. Yeah, you could make an oven in a jiffy. It's fairly quick. I kind of combined fairly and very there. Like an in-between maybe. Well, the bad thing about stews is that they don't seem to be very nutritious. Like I made a number of stews and I just pulled them out because they're not worth making. Because they were just not very nutritious at all. Like this one is just a veg and a berry, maybe a herb. I guess that's fine, but you won't get the high nutrition from it. Maybe if you put in lots of different vegetables, lots of different berries. And I guess you can only put one herb because it says... Oh no, any probably means 0 or... I'm not sure. You need one or more. You need a berry and a vegetable. But you don't need a herb. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't actually done all of these, I think. Because they were already discovered. So wasn't that interesting to me. You only have what you forge and botanize. That's true. But you can forage for a lot. Oh, I hit the keyboard again. The mouse potato here. They're not usually around here. Don't see them on a ship, but maybe they're visiting, or maybe it's an alt of someone who usually doesn't have their alt here. But mouse potato, I'm kind of thinking that it's a potato that's got like some bulges on one side that make it look like it's got ears, like a mouse, and then maybe it's got these sprouts on the front that make look like it's got whiskers. Don't know if that's what they were thinking. I guess I could have thought the other way around as well, that it's a mouse that looks like a potato, but then I would have called it a mouse, a potato mouse. Yeah. Well, you do also have fennel cap that you grow. You don't only have what you forage and botanize. So you can put fennel in, and fennel oil, and fennel seeds, and ground fennel seeds, and chopped fennel. Yeah, maybe you can make a fennel stew. Maybe not only fennel though, that would be interesting. Can you make... You can make, you look at the... Okay, I have done some stews actually, these ones with dumplings. And you can make a normal stew, but I put peas in here and raspberries. You put a dough in, you get dumplings. Well, anyway, we need a veg, I think. And I think that fennel counts as a herb. I'm not sure though, but I think so. So I don't think you can make one with only fennel. I think you need a berry as well. And fennel is not a berry. It's not in Wurm. It will probably ask for an oven. Well, if you could make a fennel stew, then it would probably ask for an oven. Forges are not really meant for cooking, just for heating up food maybe. While you're working, keeping your food hot while you're working. I noticed that you can place things on the side, like on the little shelf in front on the oven. Maybe you can on the forge as well, but it said that it will take damage when the oven is lit. So I wonder if you can put food on that little lip on the oven to heat it. So it looks like you put out the food not inside but just outside to heat it up slightly so you can eat it. Might have to try that. Oh, it's oven time. Nice. Then it's a revolution of tastes that will be coming to tourist underground fortress. You're just gonna improve your pickaxe, okay. Just gonna do that, and then just maybe mine out a few more tiles. And then just maybe make some more support beams. But then you'll make your oven. Okay. And I'm just slathering away on this kiln. It would also be a cool thing if they would have like a model that changed when you put things on it in different stages. Maybe not for each thing you put on, that would be a lot of things for it. Maybe like a guard tower, but it could have a few stages, not just unfinished and finished, but unfinished and then a little more finished and a little more finished and finished. But of course that's just, they have a lot of other things to do. Also, it looks here like you're using burnt bricks. So why is the kiln not using burnt bricks? Or are these supposed to be the stone bricks? Look more like pottery bricks to me. Should make my own new shovel, yeah. It's good to have your own tools so you can improve them. I'm not sure why these have taken more damage and this one hasn't taken any. I guess this one is not used. Oh, it's I see. That's, I can't use that one. We can drop it on the ground here, I guess. Actually, is this 20? How many more do I need? 4, okay. I could drop these two. Then we could just combine these. I can pick these up again. Where'd the other one go? Guess it disappeared. Might find it later if we move the kiln. Are you doing okay? You have nothing to eat here. But you can like play with the clay a bit with your hooves. Oh, is it starting to become night? I can see some stars here. I think the sun is setting. Oh wait, that's west. Yeah, it set in the west, right? Was it rises in the east? So I guess we've been at it for the whole day, almost. We started in the night, at least. I guess I am not getting pottery from this, even though it is a kiln. I guess I'm getting masonry. Almost up to 40 masonry now. Not sure what that's useful for. No, not sure. Since I think the waystone is paving, not masonry. Okay, just one more clay now. And we've gotten the unfinished kiln up to 9.10, which I think should help. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now it's done. Let's move this a bit just to see this clay. There we go. At least this place function is a lot easier to use than what we had previously with just these move functionality. Oh, and these are the amphoras. So now we need the stone bricks. Can't carry all of them at once. I'm too far away too. That should be fine now. Here we go. And these are of course of varying quality, not as good as the clay, I think. 24 on average. At least the kiln is higher quality, so it should be a bit faster. Then we need to get some wood to fire this up. And I'm assuming this uses the same max as the oven and forge of 30 kilos. So I should be able to just use a log without wasting anything. So I'm also thinking about, like, I have my main skills mostly in nature, even though I don't know if I'll do a lot of animal taming. And meditating, I don't know if I'll do above 30. But maybe, we'll see. But nature and cooking are my main skills, pretty much, and milling. But I was also thinking getting into archaeology, because it seems pretty fun and you can get some unique rewards from it. Yes, archaeology. But I haven't really done much yet. I've found a few fragments and cleaned them up a bit. But didn't... Well, they're all different. So you need to get a few fragments in order to find some that are the same, so you can combine them. And I think I found a marble shard and what's the other thing? I don't remember. Maybe a rock shard or something. It would be nice if they had a road map to see when metal tankards and goblets were being. Yeah. A roadmap would be very nice. And I heard some rumors about a roadmap coming before. But I don't know. I haven't seen any and I haven't gotten it confirmed. Oh. I used up all my water before. But tankards and goblets, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. Maybe if they make like a decorations run, making many new decorations, then they could maybe make one of those. They are coming, of course. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm afraid. There are many things that people are wanting them to do, devs to do. Can be your first task when you become the volunteer dev. Yeah, sure. If I ever would. I was actually trying to see if I could find an email address or something, like an official place where I could send in a petition or something, send in my resume, because yeah, I mean it's fine at where I am now at work, but not that exciting, and it's kind of current project is winding down. Not sure what's going to come next. And I love Wurm, so I would love to work with Wurm. But I couldn't find any email address. On their company webpage, it says contact us here, and then it says contact. There's no link, no email address. So I didn't find anything. No dwarf love, sorry. Oh hey Boogard. I saw you logged in before. Welcome to the stream. Or if you haven't, maybe you've been lurking for some time. I often do that in streams. Oh, we managed to attach one stone brick. Yeah, you've been lurking, yeah. I like having a Wurm stream on, like in the background, especially if I'm playing Wurm. I have it on in the background, and I sometimes, like if it's maybe a newer player who's streaming and they have questions, then I try to answer them, if there's no one else answering them anyway. But mostly I do just lurk. Wurm streams are usually fairly chill. There's no there's no obligation, you don't have to chat or anything. It's fine to just be part of the stream in the background. I'm wondering here though why we are not attaching almost any stone bricks. I would think it would be slightly easier at least. But maybe, oh there we go. Maybe it was just bad luck then. Snap, you've heard that there are grapes near Boogard, yes. There definitely are. On that hill. On this hill here, there's a hill here. There's lots of grapes. So in grape season, that's a good place to go. But I can show you later my, well, you can't see it from here. But up in my orchard here, I made a vineyard. I made 32 grape trellises, which I can tell you took some time. Because trellises are not that easy to make. But I made 32 of them. And now they are all set up. Ready for, well, they're not ready because they're still young. And trellises grow pretty slowly. But I hope they will be mature by the time we get into the grape season. Grape Hill, yeah. Maybe that should be the name. I still don't know if there's a name for this island. What should we call this island? I mean, the only name I was just calling it Eastern Island. Like Easter Island, but Eastern Island. But I don't know, I don't think that's that's the name it should have. It deserves a better name. You like Eastern Island? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess that's what I will call it until I think of something better, or someone else. Maybe someone else already has named it something else. I don't know. It's very descriptive, at least. If you say, well, I live on Eastern Island, it's fairly clear where you live. You could live on this island too, but this is more like the northeastern island, which doesn't quite work as a name. Eland. Maybe it should be 2 E's then. But then you might think that there are eels here. I think, can maybe anacondas swim? I think they might be able to swim. Maybe those are kind of like eels then. And I think there was an anaconda here several months ago. Oh, was there something there now? I thought I saw something red. There! Oh, it's a crab. Okay. That's not too bad. No, the island doesn't really look like anything. Maybe if you put your head to one side, this could kind of be a head. Some sort like ear. Here's an ear. And this is like, this is the chin. And this is the nose. And here we have an eye. And then this is the body of something, like a hamster maybe. I don't know. Or a wolf, perhaps. Or it could also be like, this could be a mouth. And this is the head. And like this is the chin here. Of the person. I don't know, but that kind of ties into the Easter Island East theme. You have these big heads. They are on the Easter Islands, right? The big statues. You managed to make the unfinished oven on the first try and 50%. That's good, yeah. Well, 50% is pretty good though. You should not be failing as often as I am doing now. This 29%er with fairly bad bricks. Guess I could have made some better bricks, might have been worth it to avoid failing this much. Could have like taken out the bad ones and mined some more. Don't know how much of a difference it would make though. Yeah, you're not using as good bricks as you could. You have to improve it later. Yeah, I will have to improve this later as well. But maybe not for the first batch. And it's mostly for this, adding the bricks, that I think it would have been useful. I'll stop there. I'll get some more bricks because I want to queue up 3 actions. Wait, it doesn't work like that. You have to drag it there first, then it should work. So I think these 15 ones are kind of, I don't know, they're like the failures, like a low roll, and these 33.56 are the 20s, or no, maybe not 20, but success roll, and these in between ones are like the medium rolls. I should make a small cart, no, a small chest to put next to the oven for the utensils. Yeah, I mean, better make a large chest. I think that looks better. But it does, of course, use ribbons. So it is more difficult. I don't think that the small one... But the small one uses nails, planks, yeah. Very little materials, honestly. And the large one uses 3 ribbons. Which is... of course, a lot more. Yeah, that's true. You do have iron again. So you could make a large one. I think they look a lot better. I don't have a large one now though, because I made a coffer to have in my house, but I moved my large one into my storehouse because I think it looks better there. Oh yeah. That has an FSB. I mean, food storage bins are so useful. It was a bit of a pain before we had food storage bins. Because your food would just go bad fairly quickly. I don't remember exactly how quickly, because that was a long time ago. But larders are also so useful when you make a lot of food. If you don't make a lot of food, if you're just cooking what you're eating that day, I don't think a larder is really that important. And especially if you don't have snowballs in it, because then it's just like a chest or a barrel or something. Only it looks nicer. But if you do make a lot of food, like I do, then a larder is amazing. Just amazing. Because, I mean, the food is not taking any damage that I can see at all. Or at least very, very little. The snowballs I put in the ice box are not taking that much damage. And the snowballs I put in a different shelf, I think I still have some left from winter. Even though they're not in the ice box. Pretty impressive actually. You'll trade pizza with me later on, yeah. I'm thinking that... So my long-term goal is that when Catspur has finished her Sand Kingdom, and I'm hoping I can help in some way along the way as well, then I want to open a restaurant there, because she said she will have some restaurants, probably several. So I would want to have a restaurant there, maybe like once a week or something. I would run a restaurant there. So, and burgers, yes, of course. So I'm thinking that I will put together custom menus with special dishes, and maybe have like, you can also make special orders if you know what you want. But also, before then, I was thinking that maybe I could, I don't know how useful it would be, but maybe I could have like a pizzeria. So people could order a special pizza with the affinity that they want. And then I can send it to them through the mail. But I don't know if there would be like, if anyone would even want to buy a pizza. like that. And also, you can see here even, my hot food cooking is only 36 so far. So I'm not getting like the 2-day timers on 1 bite or whatever you get at high levels. Not yet. I'm getting like 1 bite is maybe an hour. So you have to eat a little bit of the pizza to get several hours. But you can get, if you eat some, like if I ate to full now, I would get probably a day of affinity. Yeah, Nair is simple pasta and pizza. That's, oh, I'm out of stone bricks. Of course, one of the recipes will be my signature simple pasta dish. It will probably have to be like an appetizer or something though, because I don't think it's... I think it's nutritious, but not quite nutritious. So it might have to be high quality to give you a lot of nutrition. My famous pasta that Catspur was very surprised about on her stream. I didn't mean for it to be like a big deal or anything. Because I thought she knew that you can get a dish named after you. And but now she knows, and everyone else pretty much who watches her stream, which is pretty much everyone who watches streams for Wurm. It's only me and Catspur who know the recipe. Well, I mean, she did show the recipe, so anyone who saw it can of course reproduce it. They can just put those ingredients together and they will make the simple pasta. But it will say Nairis simple pasta. Of course. Like, I can show here, I've discovered, noticed you. Like I discovered apricots, shami kebabs and Arushiana's dessert pizza. So these are players who discovered these dishes. But probably not on this server, but they might have discovered these a long time ago. And we have Belrindo's maple bacon pancakes, which is a known recipe. So maybe that's a dev, or maybe it became known later, I don't know. See if I have any more named recipes. I thought I had any more, some more. One more. Omega's bugged fish. That as well. And Ping Pong's bear shark burger. Oh, and of course Robbie Crusoe's poutine. And Thor's Austrian Dream Schnitzel. Titch's game Jalfrezi, and Titch was a developer, but maybe Titch was a player first. Before they became a developer game. Soon everyone will eat Nairis simple pasta. It's marketing, yeah. That is true. I doubt that many people will use that as their go-to food though. Dessert pizza, yeah. I don't know if it was that good. Yorkshire pudding. I don't think it's that tasty. It's milk, oil, flour and egg. Like it doesn't sound very tasty anyway. But the dessert pizza, what was that? Here, Arishiana's dessert pizza is chocolate lingonberries, strawberries, raspberries and blueberries. Like all the berries. And chocolates. Oh! Bun Bun! Thank you so much for the raid. I don't think I had like a notification or anything. Not sure how that works. And hello everyone from Bun Bun stream. Hello Du Jensen and Baywin of Odir, and a message that was deleted by a moderator. Oh, it's all caps I guess. Sorry. Shouting about bagpipes is illegal. Absolutely. How would it seem if that was allowed? And hello Bun Bun, how was your stream? There it is! Thank you Bun Bun for joining the party. It was good. There it is! And thank you Baywin as well. Baywin. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good to hear. The stream was great. Yeah. I don't know why it moderates all caps. Not that I usually shout, but I think you should be allowed to shout. Maybe I'll have to fix that someday. No? I mean, expressing yourself, that's kind of radical, isn't it? It's too much for Twitch bot, anyway. Oh nice, those are bloody Drongo emotes. What is this fiery one? Oh, it's fine. Everything is fine. There we go! We got the kiln done. That has been that took a bit longer than I thought it would. Let's put it like this. Wait, why is it going around that way? That seems a bit inefficient. So he's got woo woo or woo, and that's the bloody Drongo ones, yeah. And Knapp's got some as well, of course. The miner there. What is happening with this kill? It's doing a dance or something. Oven is ready. Nice, Knapp. The Twitch spot is salty. Oh, now it stopped. What was happening there? I don't know. 95% of people think that would be a good thing. Let's secure it. Too many emotes? What? Can you have too many emotes? I don't think so. How is that possible? There can never be too many emotes. I have to train this bot up, obviously. Let's put those in there. So what were you going to do with this anyway? Right, we were firing these amphorae. Amphorae. Is that the plural of amphora? Wait, where did the other ones go? Alright. Let's just drop some in there. And then we'll drop the other ones here, I guess. So you fit 7 in there, okay. That's fine. We'll need to go and get a log. Yeah, sorry. It's apparently illegal to use too many emotes. And how many emotes can I show it? Okay, that was a lot of emotes. But I think that should still be fine. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that. Bot taming increased. Nice. To 1.238. Yeah, that's probably about the level where it is at. Probably lower than that, honestly. I don't know how long this takes. Maybe it will take 2 logs? Am I getting too slow then? That's fine. If we have too much fun, the bots will rise up and take over the stream. What? My... Okay, Google, stop. I don't know why my Google was triggered there. What did I say? What? It's a bit weird sometimes. Just you say something that's not even close to the keyword that I'm not going to say, and it just triggers anyway. Okay, do you fire it like... Yeah, you light it, but F is open, not light on this one, like on the oven and the forge. Google is... maybe Google is on the bot side. Oh, this is smoky. I'm happy I put this outside. Because I thought about having this in my cellars first, but it's a bit too smoky. I guess actually now that there are a few people here, a few more people here, we can hide this one and then we can have a look at the deed. So here is the little harbor. We have a little flag so we can see which direction the wind is blowing. Unfortunately, it doesn't show how strong the wind is, but you can see that on the fields, I guess. And we have my new sailboat over here. Yep, I've only been out with it once, but it's slightly faster than my old Sea Baby, which is now on land. And Knapp has his boat over here. So that's the little harbor, and we have a small place here for like relaxing, maybe. You can sit in here under the tree with the flowers. And no, I'm on Harmony, Baywin. We are here on what we are now calling Eastern Island. Yeah, so Catspur was actually here last, not her last stream, but her last Wurm Roulette stream. It landed, the place where she was going to visit landed here, which was very surprising because I thought she would probably take a long time before she got here. But then she came and visited us, and I gave her my recipe. That was interesting. So here we have my cereal farms, and also a bit of other fields up here. Some bushes. It's pretty dark now though, that is nighttime. I have my storehouse over here. I have my altar of foe, of course. And my herbs. This is pretty small now. so I'm thinking I should make it a bit bigger soon. But here's a place, another place you can relax when I've built some furniture. The tree is kind of encroaching, but it's free to encroach. She had to get through some drama to get there, that's true. Because up here, kind of up here in the middle, is the settlement where Elminster lives with they have a role-playing town of cultists. That's what they're called. So she kind of was going to get sacrificed there. Bit spooky. But she got out. So we have some more fields and some more fields. And let's see, this is not... I've been able to get a beehive. I forgot to sow this one. But I'm waiting for this to become noisy. Because there's 1 kilo of what's it called they produce now again? Honey. Honey is what it's called. 1 kilo of honey in this one, and then when it becomes noisy, they can move from one domestic beehive to another one if it's close by. Because then there will be 2 queens in the same hive. So then you can get 2 active beehives. And I want one for my other fields over there. Yeah, I've got some crazy neighbors. Fortunately, they are not that close. I have a few neighbors in between. But I have been close to them and I have met them. They were actually fairly nice. From the settlement. Yeah, the cultists. So I met one of the... I think I met Elminster. Because he was coming here to harvest our... what was it? The maple syrup, yeah. He was harvesting the maple sap. And then he said, I don't want to take all the maple sap. Because this is kind of the area where we who live here will probably harvest. So he left some of the trees there. You felt attacked a few seconds there. Yeah. Knapp lives over here. We will go there as well, I think. The kiln probably takes some time to burn those. So here's my house for now. Little porch light here. I might make this 2 floors because I'm getting a bit cramped on in my kitchen. But here's where I usually stand in my kitchen. My water, my FSB, my oven of course, which I need to improve, and my larder full of food. Honestly, it's mostly full of bread right now because I have 83 bread here and a hot dog that I made. And I haven't been able to use all that bread yet. But I'm gonna make hamburgers probably. To level my cooking up a bit. And then we have some other food here. Burgers and some sushi, some kebab. And some pizzas of course. Pizzas usually for the affinity. And then we have like the other meals that I discovered. I usually just save the ones that are nutritious and above, because you can use those like filler foods. And let's see if there are any snowballs left. Yeah, actually not that bad. 100 left in the ice box, 94 left in my snowballs shelf. Well, so this is my small house, my textile working corner, my bed with my nightjar there, my little book. I read my almanac to go to sleep. I'm planning to read my archaeology journal here I think this should be rotting now. No? Here's my recipe that I discovered as well. If you don't know, there is actually a way to get recipes named after you in the game, that if you are the first one to make this specific recipe, there's only a few ones that have this feature, but if you are the first one to make it, it gets named after you. Like you can see the apricot shami kebabs, that was Apricot who made it first. And Arsiana's dessert pizza was Arsiana who made first. And then if we scroll down to N, is my simple pasta, which is fairly simple. So fulfills the name. It's only made of pesto, water and spaghetti. But put those all in a saucepan and you will have your pasta. If you're using an oven, that is. And not a forge or campfire. There is, well, several skills really that I like to focus on. My main skill, I would say, is cooking. So I like cooking, discovering recipes. So these skills, like dairy food making, maybe not my focus. Butchering and beverages, maybe not quite either. So mostly like baking and hot food cooking. But that's what I like to do really. Find new recipes and make food. So I am hoping that I can open, I said that earlier I guess, I think that was before the raid though, that I want to, like my long-term goal would be to have a restaurant, maybe at Catspur's Sand Kingdom, because she was talking about that she wanted people to have a restaurant there, or several restaurants. So that's what I kind of would like to do. And then to go with cooking, of course, the nature skills. So I definitely level these. Farming is kind of a must. If you don't live in a village at least, you kind of have to level many of the nature skills. So you can see why foe is a very good fit for me. You can't wait to lit your new oven when I visit, yeah. That would be a good introduction. Or what do you say? Inauguration? Was that the term? Here is my new vineyard that I built the other day. If you're not the person who likes to count directly. Oh, hello, Dragon Catzipped. Welcome to the stream. Wait, isn't aren't you? I think you're Oriana. Maybe. I think I've seen you around before. But welcome to the stream. We are just looking at this little orchard I built. 32 walnut, well they are walnut, but the grape trellises. Which took a bit of time. But now they are planted and growing. So I'm hoping that they will be mature before the next grape season. So I can make some wine. Because that is also something that maybe could be useful to have at a restaurant. And it's good in some cooking. And Knapp has a still. So I can make like undistilled brandy for him that he can distill. Or just can have the wine, make it himself. So this down here is my little mine that I call my cellar. I like these walls, they're kind of cellar-like walls. You need a hops orchard. Yeah, for beer. I planted one hops trellis because I wanted for completing my almanac. But I'm not planning to, not at this time anyway, not planning to make beer with hops. I made some wort. Let's see, look at that by the way. Because I made some new things here in my wine barrels. Like I made some, first I made some gin and moonshine and these things. Because I thought they were going to be distilled, so I made them for Knapp, but apparently they're supposed to be fermented first. Or something. So I put them in the wine barrels here. But I also made ginger beer and beer. So you don't need hops to make these types. But if you want to make beer with hops, which I think is probably better, then you would definitely need hops. And I think there's even a recipe for beer with lots of hops. Something? I don't know. Let's look at beer here. Do we have it? No. But I remember hearing about that. Yeah, so there we have something fermenting, and here is my little forge area. And I have a lot of iron veins. One there, one there. We have a little further in, we have one here, one there, and then we have one here, and one here. I think it's 7. And then I think there are more. If I keep digging, I think I saw there were more of them. So I'm not running out of iron anyway. I also have a silver there, which I think is acceptable quality, and a marble. And the marble was really nice because you need it for baking stones to make pizza, and for the mortar and pestle, and for the floors. These floors are also marble. So that was very useful. So now you've seen, well, you've seen almost everything. There's an animal pen behind it as well. You probably see that from above. So let's go pay Knapp a visit. We can get out of this orchard here with my what are these called? Olive trees. Okay, so here you can see the animal pen. Not that much to see. Lots of different animals. I have some black sheep and some brown horses. Otherwise, all of the animals are the regular, non-rare types. I don't think the brown horses are rare either, though. And here's a house of another friend that started to play Wurm, but stopped. So that one is decaying there. Just have to wait until it's gone. Nothing we can do about it. But here is the road. We can now hear Knapp as well, banging away at his forge. We can say hello, we can ring the bell. Hello? Anyone home? Maybe we have to ring again. Okay. Hello. You have a bell? No, it's in my pocket, but I can pretend. Yeah, this is Knapp's mine. He has a well right next to his forge, which is practical. And here we have his planter rack full of fennel. It's still only fennel. Because the reason for having fennel here is because fennel is the only way to get oil if you don't have like olive trees or corn fields, which you grow above ground. And none of us have got 70 carpentry to make the large planters yet. So that's why Knapp can't grow corn underground. Oh, these things have fallen through the... Why do you have them under the table? Okay. Anyway, here is the still. And he's got some whiskey fermenting over here. And here's a large chest being made. And the oven. So are you going to light the oven now? There we go. So it's a bit dark in there, but there's an iron vein there. And I think Knapp is going to dig this out maybe a little bit more, and then there will be a house here. Nice. Nothing beats the warmth from the, what do you say, the kitchen hearth, maybe? Cooking hearth. And you can kind of imagine that this chimney goes into, well, it does go into the ceiling, but that it goes into there and then maybe out through a vent somewhere. Your stuff's invisible again? Well, what's invisible? I can see a bucket here and a grindstone. Yeah, that's it. And there's a pottery jar on the barrel. Yeah, I don't see anything on the table. I guess that did become invisible then. Apparently there's a bug with some things becoming invisible when you place things on the table. To be grindstone, fruit press and pestle and mortar. Okay, I do not see that. I only see the bucket and the grindstone under the table. Oh well. Apparently the bug resolved itself if you log out, and it also, for me at least, it resolved itself when I put something else next to it, I think. I'm not sure what it was I was doing. I only had the bug once, but Knapp has had it several times. Maybe it's this table? I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on your oven. Now you can actually cook real food. You should make a nice meal to celebrate. Yeah, time to cook something. While you do that, I will go and check. And thanks for the visit, by the way. Well, thanks for letting me visit. Sorry. That would probably be the more correct thing to say. Let's go and check. Oh, the faux influence is all the way over here actually. That's nice. But let's go and check if they're done. The amphorae. They're done. These are not noisy yet. Oh. Maybe it takes some time. Maybe there's like a check once a day or something. Oh, they are done. Wow. That didn't take that long, and this is not very... Oops, I'm climbing now. This is only 15 quality. And it's still doing it pretty quickly. We could of course improve it a little bit. I think, did it say stone shard? Yeah, it did. So we just take, I take this one. I'm not gonna improve it to 30 or anything. I don't even have my stone chisel with me, so let's just improve it until it becomes stone chisel, and we'll let it be there. It's not like I'm going to use the kiln a lot, I don't think. I wonder if I could... I can't set permissions on it. Maybe we can lock it, set permissions on it then. Then, oh, now it became stone chisel. Okay, that's fine. It is now 18. Okay, not that big a difference. But let's put the amphorae here, and let's make amphora rack. Amphora rack. It's 1 wooden beam, 1 small nail and 4 planks. That shouldn't be too hard. Well, I don't think we will have time to do the... I was planning on making cat's eyes and waste stones today as well, but this took a little longer than I thought. So that'll probably have to be another time. Let's see, we get 1 log. I don't remember how much you need for a beam. But I think you might need a whole log. Not 24 though. Okay, so there's a little bit left. And we needed 4 planks. Do we have any? We only have cedar wood planks. And I don't think we need to make it cedar wood. So we'll just do this. Get a new one. And we'll get saw, which is here. So we make 4 planks. And then we also need 1 small nail. And that should be it. You're making something new in the oven, you don't know what it is, I guess. That's exciting. So you tried potatoes and ground ginger, I guess. We can make a few extra planks, I guess. Lo says that it thinks it will work well. Yeah. Then it will work well. It's actually not a maybe. It's more definite than that. Chopped potato, rice, ground ginger and fennel oil. Okay. Get 2 planks. Potato curry. Okay, so you got veg curry. I think. Yeah, I have veg curry here, but I made it with pea pods. Ground ginger, rice and oil. And I had cream in it as well. But that's optional. I think that's a pretty good dish. The downside being, of course, that you need ginger. But you can grow that. And rice, of course, which is... But you should be able to get rice fairly consistently next to the water. I think I'm getting rice like fairly often. More than you would think. Yeah, it was your only rice. It's not that common, I guess, but if you try to go down by the reeds or something, I think you have a higher chance. So where should I put... Might need to move this table. Because I kind of want to have my amphorae close. But let's put it here for now, and I can move it later. So how do you make it? Is it plank and beam? No. Beam and nail. No. Plank and nail then. I guess you make all the racks like this. Yeah. So where is the amphorae rack? Wait. I don't see it. Oh, it was large nails. That makes sense then. Can't put together a rack with or an amphorae rack with small nails. I wonder how small the small nails are compared to the large nails. I mean, if you go into a hardware store or something, they have so many sizes of nails and probably more sizes of screws. In Wurm we have large and small, which makes sense because it's a game, but I guess there is some difference. There are a lot of things here I can't do that I want to do, so I have to level my fine carpentry. Like the wardrobe, I think it's 55. Large crate is 60 maybe. Creature cage I think is 50. Maybe I want to make a chicken coop someday as well. Not sure I want to do that actually. And it was apparently the wooden beam. There we go. 41%. Small weigh 0.2, large weight 0.3. Yeah. So there, we know the weight. We don't know like the size in. Usually they're measured, I think, in width and length. Wasn't there also a band? I don't think I've listened to them, but wasn't there a band called 9 Inch Nails or something? Not that I know how much 9 inches is. I think an inch is like the width of your thumb, approximately. 2 point... something. Almost 2.5 centimeters maybe. But is that nails that you hammer, or is it nails as in fingernails? I don't know. 2.51 is even that big. Okay. Well, that's very close to 2.5 centimeters. Well, that's good to know. Because there are still some things measured in inches. Like computer screens. And maybe nails. But these nails are measured in grams. 200 gram and 300 gram inches. Nails. One more plank to go. There we go. So we have to place this nicely here against the wall. I don't know. Like that maybe? I guess it's only temporary. I don't know if I'm making a second floor, then I might move like the tailoring stuff and the bed upstairs. And have most of all of this for the kitchen and maybe move the table and things to this side. I haven't decided yet, because if I have to make this into 2 floors, I might want to make this stone instead. But I could of course keep this timber framed and make a second story, and then just replace the walls on this first floor later. Okay, so we made an amphora rack. This is still burning. Looks very nice though. Looks cozy. These are not done actually. Has it got... Okay, it's still full, burning fully, so we'll have to wait a little bit for these to get fired, I guess. You're falling asleep. Can I come back in 6 hours and watch you then? They'll be streaming in 7 hours. Well, if only I could, but in 7 hours from now I will be sound asleep, and then after that unfortunately I have to work. And right now I'm mostly trying this out, so I'm only streaming on Mondays so far, mainly because, well, I don't know if I have the energy to stream. Maybe I want to stream a second day, but I don't know if I have the energy to stream every day right now. And on Tuesdays it's Catspur has a stream, so mostly everyone is watching that, including me. And Wednesday I think Holy Dragon is streaming. I don't know, maybe Buddy Drongo is also streaming Wurm on Wednesdays. And Thursdays I'm recording YouTube. Yeah, I put it on YouTube, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I love it if you could catch the next stream. It will always be, if I can make it anyway, and I hope I can make it every Monday. I will try to stream regularly from 5 CEST, or is it? It's still summertime, I think. Maybe. Anyway, it should show in the schedule, I think, on Twitch in your local time. But thank you very much for coming to the stream this time, and I hope to see you next time. What time is that on West Coast, USA? What time zone is that? Is that minus... But that's like 9 hours later. I have to remember. Is it 8 or 9 hours? GMT plus. So then that would be... That would be in the morning, right? Well, anyway, it would be 3.5 hours earlier than it is now, because I started streaming 3.5 hours ago. Is it 8 AM? Is it that much? Yeah, if it's 9 hours, I guess it would be 8 AM. That is pretty early, I guess. But I've been thinking about like streaming, starting slightly earlier, or maybe slightly later, I mean, and then having dinner in between, and then streaming again. But I think that might be too long a break in between. So that's why I'm trying to stream now and then I have a late dinner instead. Let's try get these inside. Okay, it's 11:42 there. It's 8:42 here. So that would be a difference of 9 hours then, yeah. Okay, so it is 9 hours. There we go. We have pottery amphorae here. 12 of them, so now I can put my stock in here without... Well, it will still go bad, because I haven't made a wax sealing kit yet. When I made them, I can store it there. It's probably too far away though, the oven. Maybe I need a bigger kitchen. I don't know. Okay, yes, thank you very much for coming, Dragon Catzipped or Oriana. Because I think you are Oriana, right? But thank you very much for coming, and I hope to see you next time. So I think also that we will be wrapping up the stream here. Because this was one of the goals I had for this stream. I mean, the next thing I'm probably going to do is just grind out papyrus making, which is not that interesting to watch. And I have to go and feed my cat and make myself some food as well. So we will have to wrap up here. Also, I hope to fix the quality of the stream for next time, because my computer can't really handle the 1080p apparently. And stop the bot uprising. Yeah, I have to look into that bot. I hope I remember to do that as well. So let's see if we can raid someone. So Bunbun is not streaming anymore, I guess. So we'll have to see if anyone else is streaming. How is this the stream with the most viewers? Well, Bunbun has a very nice stream. So I can definitely understand that there were a lot of you there, and I would have raided Bunbun if she was streaming. What we have here, like, we have Elminster. Elminster is getting a lot of raids already, I think. So
there it is!
Oh, Shinoika, welcome. I guess you were maybe in the stream already, but welcome anyway, and thanks for the follow. And I think next on the list here we have Uncle Pyron, so we can maybe stream on raid Uncle Pyron. Oh, and Oriana said they would. They're falling asleep. Okay. So because they're also streaming here, but I guess they're going to stop streaming then. So we will raid Uncle Pyron, which I think Uncle Pyron is the same as Pyron Firewalker that I've been watching before. You can just see what Uncle Pyron is doing today. Doing something interesting.
So many people in the server. I think they turned it off, or they just haven't put anything. They haven't turned on the refill yet.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be same Pyro. Get channel points. Yeah. I think that's a bit of a way off. Yet I'm not even what's it called? Affiliate. Uncle Pyron, Wurm Online, here we go. We'll raid Uncle Pyron. So thank you everyone so very much for watching, and thank you again to Bun Bun for the raid. Let's go raid Pyron.
The raid, man, I really appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Hey Napster, welcome to the stream.